Hello, besties, and welcome to Western Best Friend with the fantastic Lucas Rush. Hello, Lucas.
Hello, Josh. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Very well. Thank you.
Joining us live from a theatre near you.
The Leeds Grand. I actually turned around to look at it there, and it's not actually. Is it?
You
No.
feel a bit let down. Our besties might know you from maybe Rock of Ages or Thoroughly Modern Millie or Green Day's American Idiot. But we are here today to talk about your latest venture, A Killer Party.
Yeah.
Isn't that exciting? Could you give us maybe a little premise about what A Killer Party is? Where does it come from?
A Killer Party was written by Jason Howland and Nathan Tyson. From what I gather, from what I've looked up online, it seems that it was created for lockdown because, you know, obviously everything stopped on Broadway and people wasn't making their money. So they came up with this concept to create this online musical, and the way it works is everyone films their bit in their own house. So you pre-record the vocals, and then you know, as with any sort of filmed musical or most filmed musicals, you sing along to playback. This bizarre, wacky whodunit musical was created, and it's great fun. The music's fabulous as well. Love the music.
I've heard the little clips on YouTube actually, and it's quite a contemporary score, isn't it? Would you say?
Yeah, it jumps about a bit. It's not like one particular genre. There's different sort of styles in it.
Feels different. Fantastic. And as you said, it is an answer to lockdown. So how have you found ways to adapt during lockdown? What have you found challenging, and what are you looking forward to most when we get out of lockdown, touch wood, very soon?
Oh, touch wood, I hope so. Well, the main thing that immediately springs to my mind is this.
Absolutely.
Theatre. I miss it so much. And, you know, these musicals online are great. I've done a few little online things, as we've all had to, because we've all had to adapt, obviously. You know, as my acting teacher says, the artist will always find a way. Yeah, so we found a way to keep performing and ticking that box that we need to tick. But I miss so much going into a theatre, hearing the rustling of the suites, hearing the buzz, hearing the orchestra warming up, getting the smells of the theatre. I just miss that so
energy, isn't it? It's that energy when you walk into a building. It's like a sacred place, really, isn't it, theatre?
It is, and if it's your passion and your love, I won't say it's been all bad. It's been good in a way to sort of step away from it and just sort of address your, you know, I know so many people have found, like, have really
cathartic process.
Yeah, and have like looked at themselves and you know what it is they want to do and all of that. So, you know, it's been a sort of a forced little break for everyone.
It's been amazing to see how other people have adapted as well, and how art has still been able to exist during this time. As you said, that people will always find a way. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to being in a theatre like you are as well, definitely. It's going to be amazing.
I can't wait. I cannot wait to pay £7.50 for an ice cream at the interval. The brochure, the CD, everything.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be skint before we know it. How have rehearsals and filming taken place then? Have you found it all right?
It's weird. It's been really weird. We had 2 Zoom rehearsals with everyone, which was, well, most people, which was odd. Because it felt like, it's only now I'm talking about it, I realised that it felt like it was a pre-rehearsal for when we go to the studio and rehearse it together. I feel like we haven't rehearsed it yet, and we're going to. Do you know what I mean? I didn't even know what my character was going to be yet or anything. It was kind of just getting a feel for the piece, and obviously when we film it, we don't film it with the other person. So
I was going to ask this. What's that been like?
Interesting. I mean, that's why that rehearsal was so valuable, because you got a feel for what other people were doing. But like I said, I didn't even know what I ended up doing this northern accent. I'm so sorry, any northerners. I hope I haven't offended you. I did try and research it properly and get it right, but I don't know. We were still sort of finding it, and then that was it. And then there's a film crew in your house, and safe, I must add. Yeah, so I don't know what the end result is going to be. It's really...
We're going to find out, aren't we? We will. I'm sure it's going to be amazing, honestly.
The rehearsal process was that, and then we had, if you had like an individual scene with someone, then you did extra rehearsals with them and Benji, the director, who was marvellous. I only really have one other scene with one other person, and then the rest is group. It was a very short process for me, the rehearsal process.
Do you think aspects of streamed theatre will stay now after maybe when theatres have opened? Do you think there'll still be shows that stream? Because people might like the comforts of their own home.
My instinct tells me that when stuff does kick back off, that it may take a little bit of a break and people won't be doing stuff online for a while because people will be so excited to go back. And I think producers and, you know, creative teams will be gagging like I am to get back into a theatre. So I do think it will take a little, I do think it will stop for a while, but I definitely think we have broadened our horizons a little bit when it comes to the way we put theatre on. And I think it will creep back in certain aspects. I think, you know, even with Hamilton, the way Hamilton was streamed over the lockdown, it was such an epic event, huge, and not just in the musical theatre world or in the theatre world, but everyone was talking about it. I definitely think that's made a few people think. No, and I mean it was kind of happening before a little bit anyway. I mean stuff now is most big shows are now filmed in some way, even if they're just put on a shelf somewhere for a few years later. Yeah, for archive, and then they'll release. Well, that's what Hamilton did, isn't it? They right at the beginning and then shelved it. And yeah, did very well out of it, from what I hear.
So summing up this show, A Killer Party, in one sentence, what are we letting ourselves in for?
A murder mystery whodunit like you have literally never seen it before.
You're playing the character of Clark Staples.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little about him? Does he have your rocky edge?
No, he doesn't, actually. Not at all, no. He's a stage manager. He's a bit shy, but he's not really. He comes across as a bit shy. He's based on quite a lot of stage managers that I've worked with in my life. Sort of all amalgamated. Is that a word? I don't even know if that's a word.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a word.
Amalgamation
of stage managers.
Well, there we go. That's what you said.
It's set in Blackpool, isn't it? Is that the northern accent of choice?
Yeah, I don't know which northern accent I did. My friend Luke Baker is from up north, and I kept messaging him and getting him to. I read the lines for him, and he read them back, and he was helping me. So I did try, but I remember one of the things he said I was doing wrong was saying no. I was saying no, and it's no, and I kept working on it, but then I think on the day of filming, I think I said no.
It's always the way, isn't it?
So if I say no in the final piece, then apologies to Northerners.
It looks like there's such a fabulous cast that's taking part. Who have we got in it, and what shenanigans are you getting up to?
I know there's Rachel Tucker, Cedric, who I've worked with, who's fabulous. Emma Salvo, Jason Manford. Oh, and my friend Ben Forster has just joined, who I did.
Ben Forster.
Yeah, which is lovely. But it's really weird because like he's in it, and I just messaged him and was like, "Oh, you're in the party. Great, congrats." But I haven't worked with him on it. It's really weird. Like,
where and when can we get tickets then?
I have been told to direct you all to akillerparty.co.uk. All the info is on there. I believe it's from the 3rd to the 30th. Let me just double check for you. Yeah, so it's from the 3rd to the 30th of May. Direct everybody to akillerparty.co.uk.
Because it's split into 9 episodes, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so would you recommend watching it in chronological order? Because you can buy each episode separately, can't you? Or you can buy the clump for £25, right?
Correct, yeah. I would say it's better to watch it in chronological order because even though each section is about different people, it is a story from beginning to end. So yeah, you don't want to find out who done it in week 1.
Do you reckon you could watch it in because it's about 90 minutes in total, the segments?
Yeah.
So would you watch it in one night or would you spread it out weekly?
Well, I'm a binger, so in lots of different aspects of my life. But yes, I would say it's I don't know. It's personally, I would binge it all, but then if it's coming out weekly, it's a TV show at the moment, Line of Duty at the moment. I'm so annoyed. I want to watch it all now.
I want to watch next week's episode now.
But that will be like a killer party. I imagine you will want to watch the next episode.
Held in suspense.
Yeah, exactly. So I would say watch each episode, then watch it all again in a binge at the end.
That's great advice. Well, Lucas, thank you so much for joining me today, and I'm really looking forward to binging A Killer Party.
Me too. Oh, I wonder what it's like.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you soon. All right.
Take care, mate.
Bye. Bye. Bye.